For this lesson, you're going to practice drawing conical and cylindrical objects from observation, paying special attention to the elliptical shapes that you see. Find some objects that are shaped more or less like a cylinder or a cone, and you will look at these to draw. They're all around you if you start to look. Here's a flashlight. When I look at it from the top, it looks like a circle. When the circle turns to the side, it becomes an elliptical shape, and it becomes narrower the more I turn it till the point that it's a flat line. So turn it to an angle that you like. Look at that elliptical shape on the top there. I'm going to start out with that shape. And then all the lines that follow down the cylinder are going to be somewhat parallel elliptical shapes. So here's the first ellipse. This is the white part of the flashlight. And then there's another elliptical shape around it, which is the black part. There's a straight line at the side to give that sense of being a cylinder. But you want your ellipse to always be turning. Okay, and then I'm looking down. The edges look like they're getting closer together because I'm looking at it from above, and the camera is making it look even more like it's in perspective going away from you. Each time there's a line, make sure you're wrapping the line around to give that sense of three-dimensionality. That's a cross-contour elliptical line. It makes it look round. Next, I'm going to draw a roll of tape. This time I will practice measuring the shape of the ellipse at the top. So I'm going to compare with my pencil and see what's the height in relation to the width. So if the height is 1 unit, how many times does that fit? 1, 2, 3, and a little more. You don't have to be super exact. So I'm going to make a unit on the paper, and then I'm going to see 1, 2, 3, and a little more. There we go. Now I can use those marks to space out the ellipse. So I kind of get the proportions. It's 1 tall to 3 and a little bit wide. You don't have to be super exact. You're just seeing these ellipses in life around you. And then just do your best. It's more practice. It'll help you notice how to really curve your lines so that things look round. But you don't have to do super complicated shapes. Just try to really wrap the line so it feels round. Here I'm going to do the coffee mug. So I tried turning it different ways to see how I like it. It is a bit awkward because I'm holding it up rather than at my eye level. I'm comparing 1 to 1, 2, about, for the height, the width of this. And then I'm going to mark out 1 unit and figure out a space where it fits 2 times. I didn't center those marks, which actually did throw me off. So at the end of the video, I'll show you how to correct it if it goes south. Also, I got distracted and the sides were a little wonky, so this one didn't go so great, but I'll show you at the end how to fix it. My last object is this little coffee pot, which is kind of like a cone because the sides get narrower as it goes up. But still the bottom and top curves are elliptical because they're wrapping around a round shape. So I'm going to start out sketching it, and then same thing, just try to observe, try to wrap those lines. Part of this assignment is also finding things to draw and looking at them so you start to notice the basic forms around you. Man-made things tend to be more geometric. All of these are man-made things. If you want to find natural cylindrical or conical things, then you are welcome to do that as well. Try to find, 3 more complicated to 5 more simple things. Fill a page. Do your best observing what you see. Lines only is fine. I didn't feel satisfied with the way I'd drawn my coffee mug, so I tried to put it back in the position where I'd had it, which was a bit tricky because I was holding it up. So do set your things down. Then I redrew the major axis, so that's the line across, and then I'm going to look at the minor axis and see if I have two equal spaces, which it turns out I did not. So I'm actually putting in the axes. I'm going to measure above and below should be equal. So I made a mark. Now I can make that elliptical shape make more sense, which is different than I had it at first, but I just want it to be a believable cylindrical object. After you find the right curves for the top, check the bottom too. Generally on a cylinder, the top and bottom curves are going to be parallel to each other. Try to observe. Use that measuring with a pencil because that is really a great skill for all kinds of drawing. You can draw from life with that. You can check proportions. So do try to practice that skill as well. That's your assignment. Make sure you're observing from life. Good luck.